afternoon, class. I want to welcome you to the Graduate Special Topics course in pain for the summer. My name is Dr. Amber Harris-Bozer, and I'll be your instructor for this semester. And I want to get to know you a little bit. I already know some of you already, and if I do, welcome back. But some of you are new, so I want to talk to you a little bit about this course and how I got here. So my bachelor's degree work was done at Tarleton State in psychology and social work. I stuck around to get a master's degree in the experimental psychology program, but it was a degree in educational psychology. And I went to University of Texas at Arlington, right up the road, to get a master's in experimental psychology with an emphasis in health psychology and neuroscience, and a PhD in the same. And I studied virtually at the Center for the Integration of Research, Teaching, and Learning to get teaching certifications, and also recently one from ACUE. And so if you're interested in seeing my CV and the work that I've done, you can click here. This is my husband, who I actually met at Tarleton in the OA Grant Building in 2008. And this is our son. He's almost 4 now, but I love that picture of him. He's a really joyful soul, and I love it because it has a brain on it, and I'm a neuroscientist. I want to tell you about this lady right here in the middle. If you live in Stephenville, you may see her in town and think she's me, but it's not me. That's my sister. So if you ever see me out in town and I don't say hi to you, it might not be me. I am a research nerd through and through, so I'm actually a half-time faculty member where I focus most of my time on research. I have an EEG lab here on campus, and some of the students in the course this semester run that lab, and I am also a research administrator on campus, and my research journey started when I was a master's student in experimental psychology, and I did my master's thesis in the difference between right and left-handed people and their brain and how they process stuff in the math building back in 2009. Then I went on to UT Arlington, and I studied many things during the 5 years I was there, including what happens in the brain when you give rats cocaine, and the multidimensional nature of pain. I've studied many different pain models in rodents: multiple sclerosis, neuropathy, inflammation. I've done experimental neurosurgeries on peripheral nerves and implanted electrodes down into brains to see what's going on with the brains, and a whole lot of behavioral assays and paradigms. In recent years, I've been interested in cannabinoids in pain, like cannabis, CBD, THC, and pain. We have some EEG studies going on in the lab right now. I'm really interested in the sensory dimension of pain and the emotional dimension of pain. But I also do research on how to be a better teacher, and I've published some research recently on improving scientific literacy in the undergraduate classroom. I do have some colleagues that I study vaccine perceptions with as well. So my Google Scholar is here. Google Scholar is a place where you can see where faculty that are teaching you are publishing their articles. So if you sort by year, you can see some of the things that I've been working on recently, and my research heavily influences my teaching. But overall, I would say that most of the research I have done has been pertaining to pain. I like food, so getting to know each other. I love to try new food. I love to travel. When I was 17, my best friend and I graduated high school and started traveling, and every time that I can, I have done that. And I love taking videos and pictures of animals, because from time to time I teach the animal behavior class, which is one of my favorite things to teach as well. These are some of the places that I've taken students. So you can see the Mona Lisa, and we've been to France. We're in the royal courtyards in France in the middle picture there. And also, just for fun, email me a guess on whose couch you think that is. So we've built up neuroscience at Tarleton in recent years. This is a link to our lab if you're interested in seeing what all we have going on. The research lab allows us to study pain. You can see some of my current and former students here. We have a neuroscience library in our facility, and we have a specimen collection. So we have a cow brain, sheep brain, all kinds of brains. If you want to see those, just let me know. And we record EEG in this fancy new sound attenuating chamber. We have service opportunities interspersed throughout the year. The best way to get involved in neuroscience at Tarleton is to join Tarleton's Neuroscience Club in TexanSync. So if you go to the TexanSync software and join Neuroscience Club, you can see the different service activities that are coming up. You'll be able to hear about that because you will get notifications whenever there are going to be meetings for Neuroscience Club, and that's where we talk about all that stuff. From time to time, we have study abroad. We don't have one going right now, hopefully soon. We also have a behavioral neuroscience minor on campus, so there's some undergrads that you might be able to interface with. And I've just put a little link here. So one of my favorite things to do is mentor graduate students. And so if you're interested in going on to get your PhD, I've put some stuff for you here on my website, like choosing an advisor, how to get into these programs. It's mainly geared towards psychology and neuroscience because that's what I do. I want to welcome you to this journey where you're going to learn about the psychological impacts of pain and the neuroscientific impacts of pain. And the reason you're going to learn about neurophysiology is because pain is a neurophysiological phenomenon. And at times it will be challenging. There will be some mechanisms that you'll have to learn about. But just bring passion to the table and let me know what you need. You'll be all right. Communicate early and often. Don't be afraid to reach out when you need something. And if you stay on track with the course schedule and the syllabus and complete everything by that day, you'll be doing well. You'll be able to see your grade in Canvas really regularly. I remember what it was like to be a student. I went to college 4 times, and then I got a bunch of certifications after that. So one of the things that I can tell you is that I hated waiting for my grade. Even if I felt like I had done well, I would be a catastrophic thinker, and I would talk myself into thinking that I had failed, even if I was about to get an A back. So what I do is schedule directly after you guys take your exams to grade them, and barring any unforeseen life events, I get them back real quickly, like 24 to 48 hours, and I'll communicate that with you if I can't get it done in that frame of time. So please don't feel like you're going to have to wait till the end of the semester to hear about your grade. I have a lot of sympathy for students, and so you'll be getting those pretty quickly. The thing I want to emphasize the most is just that if you need me, I'm here for you. Students are my priority, so just reach out. And I also want to tell you that it is such a privilege and a joy to teach a class from an area that I actually do research in and study. And so I have been looking forward to this class for months and months before it started. And I have been thinking about you the whole time that I've been getting these materials ready. And just know that I'm really excited about this semester and the journey that we're going to go on together. But anyway, talk soon.